everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I'd love it if you could subscribe, and if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm going to be filming my empties and products that came into my collection for September, and I have quite a few things that are empties which I'm really pleased with, and I've got something from every category apart from miscellaneous. What I do with this video is I always start with my empties because I know not everyone wants to see what comes into my collection. I will say I have some explaining to do when we get to that section because I may have got my subscription boxes back. I crumbled. I didn't even last a month. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. So let's start with my empties. The way that I do it is I put it into the different categories. So makeup, skincare, body care, hair care and miscellaneous. And then at the end of this section, I'll put on the screen the total for the month. So at the end of the year, I then tally up the full year's worth of empties. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it, and I'm going to start with makeup, and I do actually have quite a few things for makeup which is really good. So I'm going to start with the thing I'm going to like really quickly talk about, and it is a sponge. This was one by Glove, and this was okay, not my favourite. I still really love the Soeco one, and I'm running out of sponges now, so I am actually going to go on to Look Fantastic and buy some of those because those are the softest sponges I've ever had. This was okay, but I wouldn't get it again. I must have got that in a subscription box. The next thing I have is very exciting. I have a concealer. So this is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I got it in vanilla. And it is all gone. I've scraped everything out of it I could. I did actually used to use this as an all over concealer under my eyes to spot conceal. However, as I'm getting older now, I find it doesn't sit very well on my under eye, so I do just use it to spot conceal. I would actually buy this again because I do think it is a really good concealer to spot conceal. I'm trying not to buy much makeup at the moment, but I do see myself in the future buying this once I've got my concealer collection down, because like I said, it's just a really good full coverage concealer for spots. The next one I have is a lip liner. Now I can't actually get it out. I've stuck it in too far, but this was the Zoeva lip liner in Earthbound, and I am so pleased I've managed to finish a lip liner this year. I didn't think I was going to actually be able to finish one, but yes, I've been able to finish it. This is not a lip liner I would get again. I did find it was quite dry and I had to sharpen it quite a lot compared to other lip liners. I much prefer lip liners that are a bit more creamier. This one wasn't. I really love the Delilah ones and I love the Charlotte Tilbury ones, so I've used it, but not one I would get again. The next one I have is the Benefit Gimme Brown. Now you can't actually tell it's that because it is all rubbed off, but this was just the mini that I had. So I bought this year and I was on the hunt to try and find the perfect shade for me in this product because I love this product. I'm a big fan of brow gels. That's pretty much all I use in my brows is brow gel, and then I use a clear brow gel, but this one is my favourite. So I was trying to find the perfect shade for me, which I think I found now. So I've actually bought that in a bigger size, which that will be product that has come into my collection. Bit of a spoiler, but yeah, I have finished this. This was so dry because I've been using it all year, and I think I've just used up the product. And when I was away in Mallorca in September, like there was barely anything coming off of this, so I was like, okay, once I get home I'm going to open my new one and I'm going to say that this isn't empty because I just was not getting any product. But I really do enjoy this. I've already rebought it. And last but not least, for makeup, some people may class this as a skincare item, but I actually put it all in with my makeup, and it's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Chocolate. Now if you've been watching my 50 Shades of Brown updates, you will know how I feel about this product, but if you haven't, I am not the biggest fan of this. It did feel like I was spreading chocolate spread on my lips, and no, I don't want that when I'm going to go to bed. I scraped as much of it as I could. One thing I will say with these minis now I do have longer nails, I find it really difficult to get my finger in there. I know the full size does come with a spatula. Am I making that up? I'm not sure. But yeah, this is quite difficult to get my finger in now, but not one I would get again. I would absolutely get the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask again because I love those, but this chocolate one I would not get again. If I got it in a set, I would use it, but I won't go out and buy that full size. Okay, so that is all of my makeup. Now let's move on to skincare. So the first one I have, I'm going to start with the masks. I have the Unbearing Clay Purifying Mask, and this is by Fresh. I am not the biggest fan of this, but it's a clay mask and I have dry skin, so I find that clay masks aren't really for me, but I had this in my collection so I used it. I think I got about 4 use out of it. It wasn't a big size. I don't know what size it is. 15 mil, so I only got about 4 uses out of this, but that was fine, like I said, because I don't feel like this mask is for me. I've recently been trying Fresh products that I've just not been loving, which is a shame because at one point I was really loving Fresh products, but I just feel like the ones I've tried recently have not been the biggest fan of, not something I would get again. And then I have a bunch of sheet masks. So I've got the Beauty Pro Retinol Under Eye Patch. I have decided I don't love these. Like, I remember I mentioned one, I think it was in last update as well, and I thought, oh, maybe they've just gone off, and I wasn't sure. I used this one, and it is the same. It's just such a thick eye mask, and it's sticky. So don't get me wrong, it stays in place, but when you peel it off, I felt like it was pulling all of the skin on, like, under my eye. I won't get those again. I also didn't find that they actually had any serum or anything on them. It just felt dry afterwards, so not something I would get again. I then have the Q Bell Brightening Kiwi Antioxidant Peel Off Mask. So this is what this one looks like, and I am not the biggest fan of this one at all. I'm not the biggest fan of peel off masks in general, so this is why I wasn't the biggest fan of this anyway. But this was a mask I couldn't peel off even if I wanted to. It was just so sticky. Not one I would get again. But one I actually did quite like was this one from Bubble Tea. This is the Hydrogel Lip Mask, and I found that it really did hydrate my lips. I don't use lip masks that often, but this one would be one I would definitely use again. I don't know if I'd go out and buy it, but if I were to get it in a box, I would definitely use it again. It had a lot of serum on it. Now, the rest of the skincare products, I have the Elemis Superfood Blackcurrant Jelly Exfoliator. So I just use this in the shower. I use all my exfoliators in the shower. I just find it's much easier to put it on and then wash it off. This one was nice. With this one as well, I also found that when I was like rubbing it in my hands to put it on my face, it was like heating up. I'm not sure, but this one was nice. I don't think I would actually pay the price of this though. I use exfoliators because they're in my collection. I don't feel like I've found one yet that I feel like I would go out and buy. And Elemis is so expensive. This was nice, but I don't think I would go out and get it again. But yeah, if I'll get it in my collection, I would definitely use it again though. The next one I have is a Temple Spa Toning Essence. I have been using this for, I'm not even joking, 5 or 6 months. This has taken me so long to finish, but this is nice. I like the smell of this. It did smell like a spa. I don't feel like it would be one I would get again though. It is very cost effective though. Like I said, this took me 5 or 6 months and it's £21, so that is very good. I usually go through toners like no tomorrow. Not one I would get again. If I were to get it in my collection again, I would use it. Because it was good. I just sprayed it on my face. I know you can spray it on like cotton rounds and things like that, but I just sprayed it directly onto my face. I did not mind that one, but I don't think I would get it again because I have other toners that I prefer, like the Pixie toner, and I do also have an Elemis one in there that someone used on me at a spa, and I'm looking forward to using that one again. Talking of Elemis, the next one is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Cleansing Balm. These are my favourite cleansing balms. I just love the way that they take off my makeup and the way they make my skin feel afterwards. It just feels so like moisturised but clean. And this is what this one looks like. It's completely empty. I usually get a set of 3 from my partner at Christmas because I always ask for them because they're just so expensive, but they are so worth it. If I ever run out of cleansing balms, I would most probably pick just one of these up and just continually have them because they really are my favourite. They don't sting my eyes, they take my makeup off well. And this rose one is meant to be really good for sensitive skin as well. And it doesn't smell really strong of rose. I am not the biggest fan of rose scents. Rose and lavender are not my favourite scents, but this one isn't like overpowering. Just love these. And I would absolutely buy those again. And then the last one for skincare is the Water Collagen Eye Serum. And this was okay. I found it to be quite hydrating on the under eye, but I didn't notice a difference with it. I just used it in the morning and I did find that it did help with adding that moisture into my skin on my under eye, but not one I would get again. And then let's move on to hair, because I have a couple of hair products and they're actually by the same brand. I didn't realise this. So I have two products from Szechuan. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So I have the hair repair mask. And this was okay. Not one I feel like I'd need to get again, because I just love my Garnier masks that are really affordable. But this was okay. I didn't like the packaging of this though. It's very hard and I found it really difficult towards the end to get the product out. And then I have the Szechuan styling cream. This was okay as well. I don't feel like I would need to go out and get it again. I don't feel like it made that big of a difference that I feel like I need to go out and get it again, but I've used it up. And then now let's move on to body, and then that'll be the end of my empties. So the first one I have is the Ritual of Met Sparkling Hair and Body Mist. So I actually just use this as a body spray. I know not a lot of people like this scent, but I think out of Rituals this is my favourite scent. I'm not the biggest fan of Ritual scents in general. I much prefer malt and brown scents, but if I had to choose one it would be this one, and yeah, it was nice. I just used it as a body spray. I then have the Original Source Tropical Coconut and Shea Butter Shower Gel. I actually quite like the scent of this one, but my partner did not. It smells very sweet. Don't feel like it smells like coconut and shea butter though. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on what it smells like, but I just don't feel like it smells like that. It just smells really, really, really sweet. These are good shower gels, lather well, they're really affordable as well. These are I think like £1. Would definitely get these again. I don't know if I'd get this scent again because I'm not the biggest fan of coconut scents anyway, even though I personally don't think it smells like that, but my partner didn't like that one. I then have the Ahava Mineral Hand Cream, and this one was a very thick hand cream. I have used something from this brand before in the Dead Sea Water like range, and I did not like the smell of it, so I was like, ooh, I'm not sure. But this one didn't smell the same as that. Did its job. I don't think I would get it again though. And then I have two perfumes. So the first one I have is the Elisab Elixir. This one wants to keep falling out of the packaging, but this is what it looks like. And that is the product. This one smelled nice. I do prefer the Elisab Girl of Now, I think that's what you call it. But it was a nice scent. I wouldn't get that one again though. And then I got the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Energy perfume. And this is not a scent for me. I used it just when I knew I was just going to be at home. Yeah, just not the biggest fan of the scent of this one. I went to a Charlotte Tilbury event and this is where I got this from, because at that time that's when all the perfumes had come out. But yeah, that one is not for me. I haven't smelled any of the other ones. I know my sister got a separate one, like not that one, she got another one, so I'm curious to see what she thinks to that. But if I was to get any of those in my collection, I would definitely use them, but just that one was not my favourite. So on the screen I'll put the total for the month. I do feel like it might be quite a high value just because there's some products in there which do have a high value, but I'm really pleased I've managed to get some more things out of my collection. My empties bin is pretty full. Okay, so it may have moved a little bit because I've just had to charge my camera, but now we're going to go on to products that have come into my collection. So as I mentioned, I have now got my subscription boxes back. So I mentioned how I was going to not have subscription boxes and I was just going to try and use products in my collection, and then I kind of missed having something coming to my door every month. So for that reason, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to start them back up again. So that is what I have done. So I have my Look Fantastic and my Cohorted every month, and my ScentAddict. And then I also have the Jama box that comes every season. I really am going to still keep trying to use products in my collection before I then start using these ones, but yes. I just really missed having products coming in, so that's why I now have them all again. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to start with the products that I've bought, and I've only bought one thing outside of subscription boxes, and I mentioned it earlier on, and it was the Benefit Gimme Brow. So I did buy a full size of this in shade 3.75 because that is what works for me, and I just love this, love this brow gel. So I picked up a full size of that, but that was the only thing I did buy outside of subscription boxes. So let me start with my ScentAddict subscription. So this is a subscription I get each month for £12 and I get an 8ml sample of perfume. I always leave below the links to the subscriptions if you want to go over and have a look. But for September, I got the Early Seb Girl of Now Forever Now. I actually really like the Girl of Now perfume. I haven't tried the one that says Forever. So let's just have a spray now and see what I think. Oh, that's nice. I don't think I like it as much as the Girl of Now, but that smells okay on first impression. I'm curious to see what it smells like on me. But that is the one I got for September. I've sprayed it right in front of my face, which is most probably not the best thing. I now feel like I'm eating the perfume. Now let's move on to Look Fantastic for September, and I got 5 products in the box. So the first thing I've got is the new Skin Filter Serum. Not heard of this brand before. This is what it looks like. And the reason I like getting Look Fantastic is because they do give you travel size stuff, and I do go and visit my family and I go traveling, so I just find it's really useful to have little minis like this. This is the 10ml. I then have the Peter Thomas Roth Firming Peeling Gel. So this is a gel exfoliant. So I'll most probably end up using this in the shower because that is where I use my exfoliants. But again, another little mini. This is 15ml. I then have the Umberto Giannini Scalp Scrub, and this is an exfoliating scalp treatment. I don't usually use products like this, mainly because I don't feel like I need to really scrub my scalp. I don't use dry shampoo, things like that. I might see if my sister wants this actually, because I know she uses like dry shampoo and things like that. So, but this is what it looks like. I'll see if my sister wants this one. Don't usually show things I don't keep, but I've just decided now I'm not going to keep that. Next is the Esper Body Lotion. This is Bergamot and Jasmine. I'm actually using a hand cream in this scent right now, and I really am enjoying it, so I'm happy to have that. And then last but no means least, I have the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I've seen a lot of people talk about this recently because it's like one of the newer ones from Benefit. I've not tried it before. That is what it looks like. I don't open my mascaras until I'm ready to use them. That's what it supposedly does to your lashes, so I'm looking forward to seeing if it does that on me. But that is what I got in my Look Fantastic box for September. And then I have my Cohorted box. So I absolutely love Cohorted. I love it because it gives you brand themed boxes each month. This month in October, it isn't a brand theme box, it's just like a mixture of products. I'm still really looking forward to that one, but usually they do give you a brand theme box. And for September, it was actually the WB Co box. Now I thought I wasn't getting this box, but I always forget with Cohorted that I actually pay a month in advance, so I ended up getting this box, and that's why I was like, oh, I really missed this box. So the first thing I have in the box here is the brow toolbox, and this is a scissor and tweezer set. And things like this are just really handy. So this is what it looks like. And it's all packaged and things like that, but it does have some tweezers and scissors in there. I think that's really good because I find you do need to replace them every now and then. I then have the brow brush. This is a dual-ended angled brow brush. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure how I'll get along with this, but we will see. And then I got the Hydro Patch 6 absorbent nose patches. I'll see if I use these, but if not, I'll most probably pass these along to my partner. I then have the Extra Strong Hold Brow Soap. Now, I actually already have one of these. So again, I might see if my sister wants this. See if she wants to try it, because I do already have one of those. I then got a 3-pack of organic cotton and bamboo cloths. I always love getting things like this because, again, with the cloths I have, I can only wash them so many times and then they just start to get a bit grubby. But that is what it looks like. It's presented beautifully. I actually was really impressed with this box. I then have the Prep Mist. This is the Peppermint Hydrating Facial Spray. It says, feeling tired, coffee not cutting it, our our peppermint prep mist will give you and your skin an instant refresh. I am very, very curious about this, especially because it's peppermint. That's what it looks like. We will see. And it does have best before dates on all of these products, which you don't always get that on products. And the last thing I have is the balancing cleanser. It's a very big cleanser. Oh, that packaging is beautiful. And this also does come with a cloth as well. It does say here oil balancing, pore tightening and toning. I have dry skin, so I'll see with this one whether it causes a reaction or something, and if not, I will continue to use it, but if it does, I'll pass it along. But that was everything I got in that box, and I was really pleased with that box. There's just a couple of things that I may end up just passing along, but that's fine. But that is everything that came into my collection for September. I don't think that's a huge amount, to be fair, and I'm pleased with everything that has come in. I think apart from the ones I've mentioned, I will use all the rest of them. So that is it. That is my empties and products that came into my collection for September. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.